afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time you're watching this. Welcome to another episode of Shaun's People. For those that's seen the show before, it's a little magazine show with some of my people. And over on my couch today, we have Derek Vernon.
Hello. Actor
Derek Vernon. And we have Gav Cross, founder
Hello,
of Funny Looking Presents and Funny Looking Festival.
Close enough. Funny Looking Fringe at the Liverpool Comedy Festival.
Yeah, we can edit that later on, can't we, I suppose? We can sort it out. So how are you guys? How you been this week?
Yeah,
all right.
Fantastic, thanks.
How's the week's going, okay?
Yeah, really good, yeah.
Been watching the Olympics much, or...?
Watched the opening ceremony, first part of it, and it got a bit late for me.
Yeah, yeah. Are you sports people? I know you are.
Lately.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for
Yes, I know.
Yeah. I'm waiting for next week's show when it gets into the athletics and the boxing and everything.
Give me into them more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this. I like the opening ceremony. I like the closing ceremony.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spectacle.
Yeah. I didn't even watch those, mate. It's just like,
Oh, made me cry a little bit. Just people together doing something together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emotional, was it?
Mike.
Brilliant. But I know you were a sportsman, weren't you, Derek?
Yeah.
Right. So where were you like a few years ago? Where did you start? You were doing boxing?
Yeah,
you were doing...
well, in 1979, in the early 80s, I was a boxer for the Raven in Warrington, and I got to brown belt standing in jiu-jitsu as well. And then I was a semi-pro runner. I won the Liverpool half marathon and the Warrington half marathon, and quite a few really.
You had quite an athletic youth, didn't you? Really?
Yeah,
so, yeah, brilliant. So, but recently someone's made a film about your life because it wasn't all like glory, was it?
No, it's like, as life is a roller coaster, isn't it? I mean, last year.
So what's the name of the film, first of all?
Well, the name of the film is Magnificently Ordinary.
Brilliant, okay. And people can see that online, can't they?
Yeah, it's on YouTube, yes.
Yeah. So you had this really great life. You were like a sportsman, you run marathons, you were a boxer.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
What else was going on at that point?
Well, I met, as you do, I met a lady and settled down, you know, and it was going really, really well. And as I say, I ended up winning the Warrington half marathon, which was, for me, the biggest achievement ever. Yeah. And then shortly after that, things started to change.
Right.
Because I got offered a job by a major running chain.
Right.
And the ex-wife wasn't supporting me to take up this job.
Right, okay.
So everything sort of went downhill from there. And then she met somebody else.
So, okay, she went downhill, but what do you mean it went downhill?
Well, I mean, I was on the verge, I feel, running for England.
Yeah.
And, of course, I couldn't pursue that because I couldn't take this job. And I was stuck in a dead-end factory job. And it was really bad, yeah.
Okay.
So something had to give. So the Warrington half marathon was actually my last ever race. Yeah. You know, I actually retired at the age of 28, so I wasn't happy because they had so much potential, you know.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So you met your wife, right?
Yeah.
So what happened after that? Because didn't your wife... Something happened with your wife, didn't it?
Yeah, I was with my wife. We got married. We met in 1980. We got married in '84. Yeah. And 1995, '96 was probably was the worst period of my life because she met somebody else, and I went through. Well, I suffered with severe depression after that, you know, because everything had just gone pear-shaped, basically. Right. My two sons suffered as well, so it wasn't a good time at all. So I was in the worst store you could be in. I was left in debt. I had debts and everything.
Wasn't you working? It was 80 hours a week, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got I had to do 2 full-time jobs because I promised my 2 boys I'd get them in house of their own, you know. Yeah. So and that's what I did. So I ended up working 80 hours a week for 3 years, and the only time I see my children was on a Thursday night for 2 hours and on a Sunday morning for 2 hours. The rest was just working.
Wow. And so what were you doing? You say, were you cleaning dishes and...
Yeah, it was just anything to get work, Shaun, you know. I mean, I was working in the factories during the day, and at night time I was working in the Chinese restaurants. Wow. And I was cleaning dishes and delivering meals, and I was basically up at 6 working, and I was finishing at 1 in the morning from the Chinese job, and then I did that for 3 years. It was horrendous.
You're saying you were quite depressed as well. Did you actually have depression? Was it diagnosed as depression?
Yeah. I was... my hair was coming out in clumps. I mean, I think it suits me now, don't get me wrong. But at the time, it was awful. You know, I had mouth ulcers. I looked basically like a druggie, basically. Really? Yeah, and I was doing this...
It's so different, like, with, obviously, you've been a sportsman and you like a...
Well, my life was so good, Shaun, and then it just... Our life can change, obviously. It just went so bad. I was very, very ill. And even when I was working in 3 years, I just put this mask on that everything was okay when it wasn't. Because I was left with I mean, I lost my house, I lost my car. More importantly, I lost my children. Yeah. And I was left with massive debts. Yeah. So I had to do something about it, you know. Yeah.
But so when did it start? Obviously, you were living with your parents as well, weren't you? You moved back with your parents.
I moved back with my parents, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously you've reached this all-time low, but what was the lowest point you reached in this?
The lowest point was when I see my children, how they were taking it, especially my eldest son, you know. he was very, very poorly, and of course that affected me, and I just had to do something to get out of it. And I promised him that I'd get us an house of our own. And 3 years later, after working for 3 years, that was the biggest achievement I've ever had. That.
So when was it you decided you had to sort this out? And
well, I decided I'd sort this out because I went to view a council flats with my sons, and we come from a family home, obviously, and my eldest son, he said, Dad, he said he was in a pretty rough area, you know. He said, you can't move in there, Dad. And I thought, well, what can he do? And that for me he just summed up my life at that time. You know, there was nowhere for me to go. That's how I felt. Yeah. I was really, really. I couldn't have been any lower. Yeah. You know, it was terrible.
But then you joined a drama group, wasn't it? And then things started to go well from there. Was that?
Yeah. Well, what happened was after working for 3 years, I bought my house cash, which I promised my children. I got them everything they wanted in the house: TV in the bedroom, bunk beds, and PlayStations, and then my life turned around. And I always wanted to be an actor all my life. I had this. Do you have a secret desire to do something you really want to do? Well, mine was to be an actor, you know. Yeah. So I went down to Merseyside Academy of Drama and I joined there, and I started in beginner's class, and within a short space of time, I found I was excelling in it. I ended up on advanced acting, and I joined Mark McGann's masterclass. And
and you worked for the likes of Marty Pello, haven't you? You've done you've been on Hollyoaks too, and you've been on the Channel 5 show. You've done really well since. Yeah. So you've come up.
I've done quite well. Yeah, it's ended really nice.
And that's really what your film is about, isn't it? It's like it's an inspiring story about how you can get so low, but you can also pick yourself up, isn't it? So.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, I just advise anybody who's in the same situation as me, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there like that, is to hang on to some belief, just have a goal and go for that goal. Yeah. No matter what it is, there's always an answer. There's always some way of getting out of it, you know.
Exactly. And so you can put the link on the screen now, so people can actually watch your film, because it's still on YouTube, isn't it? So, yeah, people can watch the film. And but you saw a film, and so did you, Gav, this weekend, didn't you? You saw. What did we see? We saw a Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Brilliant. But so you got a feature film before we go on to the Suicide. You got a feature film coming up as well, haven't you, soon as well?
Yeah, so, I've just written the first film. With Lewis Frost from Brighton, and we're looking for actors from all areas, and camera crew and everything, you know.
So maybe I'll get Gav involved.
Yeah.
You in?
I'll be in it.
What part can you give Gav? What do you reckon?
How could you use a face like this?
We could do a lot with your face, Gav.
Oh, blimey.
You could do a lot.
I'll think of something.
Okay.
Yeah, but we saw Suicide Squad, didn't we? So are we all superhero fans, or?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I am. Definitely,
Because, what do you think of it, Gav?
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it a lot. It's a bit loud. That's because I'm old, I think.
Did you not like the music? The soundtrack was cool.
I loved the soundtrack.
The soundtrack was good, wasn't it?
I'm a big fan of the soundtrack music, and I thought the mixture of songs and the soundtrack itself very good.
That was good.
But it was exactly what I wanted it to be, which is bang, 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 wallop, smash, smash. It was.
That's how it was.
It sounds like my normal weekend, anyway.
Blimey.
Especially the Joker.
Yeah, brilliant. The Joker was amazing. Jared Leto, got to be. Come on.
Amazing.
Other than Jack Nicholson.
Actually, I don't know. I wasn't like blown away by his performance.
No,
you're
wrong.
I know. There's something wrong with me. I know it must be.
But
the things I felt with the film, right? I felt the writing was really bad. I felt the dialogue was too descriptive. It wasn't very. There was no subtext in it. It was just telling you what was happening on the screen. I felt that's what I didn't like about it. I thought the writing was really bad. I did like the film. It was enjoyable. I think the performances were great. Did you know that the Joker's part was kind of cut about half the Joker's story in it as well, for some reason? I don't know why.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can see that it's not quite there.
Yeah.
But Marvel, everyone's comparing it to Marvel movies. Yeah. Everyone's forgetting the first Hulk, that was awful. Iron Man 2, come on, that was terrible. So DC is still finding their feet. Yeah. I love the Superman movie. I love the Batman versus Superman movie as well. I thought, because I'm into that introspection. Will Smith, no one's talking about Will Smith. Suicide Squad, it's his film.
Yeah,
he's fantastic in it, and I want to see more of him.
It's a great story of his daughter as well, and that was all cool.
Yes.
So
Harley Quinn, she could probably do with wearing some longer pants.
No. I thought it was fine.
No, I'm not sure about that. Myself, my daughter, and I, we talk about these things. Wonder Woman as well, because it does distract. But there's loads of all these characters that you wanted to see more of.
Yeah.
And I think the longer cut will be interesting of that.
Yeah, definitely. So, was there any parts you didn't like about it, or?
Rick Flag you could tell the reshoots, because if you go and see the film, and I recommend it, because if you want great comic book, go and read some Alan Moore. If you want great comic book, if you want a pop culture comic book movie, then this is your thing. This is the thing for you. All right, it is what it is. Rick Flagg's hair, his haircut changes all the way through it. I think that's where you can tell where the reshoots were. But I say Will Smith was entirely encapsulated that character, and he made you forget that essentially all these characters, heroes and villains, are sociopaths. Yeah. Because we were rooting for the bad guys. Yeah. Which is both. This is true. An awful situation. But it's done well. I would see it again. I'll buy the Blu-ray. Yeah. I'm going to buy it. All right. Definitely.
There's going to be a sequel as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's going to be another one.
And the Joker based his image on David Bowie as well. The film.
You're a big Bowie fan,
massive Bowie fan, yeah. And he even wore the black waistcoat and the white shirt on stage. I was really impressed with that. Yeah.
So I just had the door.
Keep the noise down.
Sorry?
Keep the noise down.
Right. What's he doing here?
Well, you're the one. You came with me.
I thought you were coming on your own this time.
No, well, I was. He was just in the car. Wait, I wanted him to wait in the car.
We shouldn't be advertising on television.
No one can see that.
Who's this?
This is Top Joe.
Bought a Lego bag.
This is Top Joe.
Go and sit over there.
Is he with you, Gav?
Top Joe I was giving him a lift into town.
Yeah. Okay. How you doing, Joe?
I'm all right, thanks, Chuck.
Yeah, I think we met like a little while ago, didn't we? So.
Yeah, we did a film about 3 years ago. Yeah. About pantomime all around the great.
That's right, we did.
That could have been me.
The world.
Could have been you.
Yeah.
Should have been me.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, we're going to talk to you after the break, aren't we? About your funny-looking fringe
at the Liverpool Comedy Festival.
At the Liverpool Comedy Festival, and is Top Joe going to join you for this? Do you think? Or?
Top Joe has asked for a gig, and I've given him a slot there.
Okay, I've given Gav a slot.
Right, so we'll be back after the break, talking to these two, and we're giving away more tickets for competition. Even Gav's going to give away some prizes. He is. So we'll see you after the break. Welcome back to part 2. We are here with Gav Cross,
Shaun,
and Top Joe. Now, Gav, didn't you create Funny Looking Presents?
Yes.
And you've now got Funny Looking Fringe?
Yes.
Yep. Right, so what is Funny Looking all about?
Funny Looking is, you are funny looking. I am funny looking. We're all funny looking.
Yeah, even Tom over there is funny looking.
He is the funniest looking of the lot.
Biggest man in show business.
Funny Looking was a podcast, and I do a Sunday night chat show on the internet. And so we did Funny Looking Presents, and what it's about, for me, is there's loads of great comedy in Liverpool. Yeah. You almost every night, 14 gigs a night all over Liverpool, all pretty similar. 20 minute, 15 minute, 10 minute, somebody telling stories. I like to see someone with an idea. Yeah. And really roll that idea out over an hour. This is my bit.
Sorry. Yeah.
So Funny Looking Presents was to invite people to Liverpool to do their hour. Normally they're pulled together for festivals. Then they put them away and go off, or they try and tour them. So we had some fantastic gigs at the Mighty 81, Renshaw Street. What we've done there is we've taken that idea, just some of the best storytellers, stand-ups with their hours, and pulled it together as Funny Looking Fringe, and it's a fringe of the Liverpool Comedy Festival.
Okay, so what's the connection to Ed Fringe then? What's that?
Well, as we're set now, Edinburgh Festival Fringe is happening, and over there there's thousands, there's hundreds of gigs. You can go and see mixed bill gigs, but lots of people take their hour, and that's what they do. But those hours, sometimes they just fade away, and what I want to do is grab hold of them and bring those here, bring those to Liverpool, and that's what the Funny Looking Fringe is going to be doing. But there are people you can go now, like Juliette Burton, Doug Segal, James Meehan, and they are there performing. Because early in the Fringe, they're getting fantastic reviews, they're getting sellouts, but then you can come and see them for £6. Yeah. During the festival don't
worry.
This is still my bet.
Sorry.
I think Joe's got there, is he?
Top Joe has got a gig.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to tell them about your gig, or do you want me to?
Is this part of a daily show, is it, or is it just?
Well, this is Top Joe. Top Joe has performed.
Guys, basically, I'm launching a word. All right, I've created a new word for the English language.
What is it?
It's top secret. It's buried at an undisclosed location in Garston, and I created a word, basically, and basically I want to get that word into the Oxford English Dictionary for 2017, Shaun. So I'm going to launch the word from Liverpool at the Liverpool Comedy Festival. So I've created this word.
So
it's a new word.
Saturday the 17th, and that starts.
At 9
we've got
PM.
Funny Looking Kids.
Headline slot.
Comedy Club. Then we've got Liam Hale, got Shay Burnley, who's up in Edinburgh. Both Liam and Shay up in Edinburgh right now. They bring their shows down, and then to finish that night, it's Top Joe.
Yeah.
And then that's the start of 2 weeks, 3 weekends. And then there's about 120, 130 gigs as part of the Liverpool Comedy Festival. And 40 of them are under this banner of the Fringe.
Okay.
So you can go to the...
And it's families as well, isn't it? You've got families...
we've got the Funny Looking Kids Comedy Club. And then we've got Comedy Sports on the third Sunday. And that's a family show. There's a couple of those to do. But really, it's... If you like the alternative, if you want to, don't. That is a fire. Have that instead. Have that instead. If you like the alternative, if you want that interesting, when somebody takes an idea and puts it together, then that's what it's here for you. And there's 2 gigs a night at least. Yep. 3 on a Saturday and a Sunday. We do combo tickets. I don't think a ticket costs you more than. I think some of the bigger gigs are £7.
Right.
But you can get combo tickets, so you can get £1 off.
I was going to say, your badge offer.
Yeah, badge offer. If you buy a badge, £2. Am I on camera 3? 2. Don't like to... No. One of our gigs, we were thrown out of 81 Renshaw Street because Top Joe genuinely was thrown out.
I remember this.
Brought a smoke machine. Yes, so if you buy a badge, £2 from the website, funnylooking.co.uk, could you put it there?
Put it.
That's all.
About here,
put it about there.
Come in here.
Just put it there.
Yeah.
Funnylooking.co.uk, and that'll get you £1 off of my gigs.
Yeah.
For life. Terms and conditions apply.
Fantastic.
Okay, so this badge is worth £42.
Damn.
I gave you one earlier. Where's yours?
Actually, you've given me 2. I got the
Whoa.
I actually got 2.
84 quid.
Can I sell these on eBay? Do you reckon? Or?
Yeah,
Probably not.
definitely.
But the idea really is to create just a little sense of a Fringe that's happening, just to bring this festival along. You can come in, you can have a cup of tea, you can have a sandwich, you can have some beers.
Makes Gav happy.
2 good gigs,
reasonably priced. And
but for those who don't want to pay, you're giving away some prizes.
Oh, am I giving away prizes? I am giving away. No, whatnot you can buy
for
these things.
Look at
that. Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm doing a golden ticket. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Golden ticket.
Yep.
So if you go to the website, funnylooking.co.uk, could that be in Comic Sans?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, not Comic Sans. Is that the font you want? That's the worst. Okay. Arial, bold.
Okay. Right.
Funnylooking.co.uk, and then it's just to sign up there, put your email in for golden ticket, and then that will get you a free entry to every single gig. Guys, for funny looking Fringe only.
I'm available for
70
children's parties, pyrotechnic displays, boiler maintenance,
Comedy Festival,
uncertified,
Liverpool Comedy
lawyer services,
.com,
therapy,
funny looking,
basically, and basic hardware needs and shamanism.
I'm
available for all those things. Get in contact with my
Holly
agent,
Byrne,
Dave Lazenby.
I'm just really trying to work out who I should be listening to here.
Juliet Burton. Okay. I'm running the Fringe.
Yeah, okay, you're
one of the acts.
Get in touch.
Yeah, okay.
Guys, while I'm on camera, just like to send a shout out to a number of people I know. Jimmy Wintle, Jimmy Burns, of course, Jimmy Brampton.
He's the only one available.
Jimmy Taylor, Jimmy Douglas, Jimmy Stevens.
When you're recording on a Monday morning.
Yeah,
Jimmy Frisco,
Jimmy
Africo,
right.
Jimmy Twigley.
I'm just going to carry on.
Jimmy Fingerface.
Because I think I've got competitions to give away. I've got like tickets to give away. These 2 tickets.
Shaun, I've done a
3 pairs of tickets
review
for the Odeon Liverpool one.
Done a film review. Done a film review.
Yes,
I wanted to do my film review.
You want to do a film review of this film?
Yeah.
What was it? 101 golf.
Where's the camera? Can we have a zoom, guys? 101 great putts.
Okay, we get the zoom on camera. Running out of time. That first bit ran over. Come on.
Okay, so basically we're giving away tickets for the Odeon Liverpool one.
Montage
from the Odeon Liverpool one. 3 pairs of tickets for The Shallows, which comes out. We're not doing the golf. It's a golf one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. The question is, The Shallows is about a shark attack, right?
Wow.
By a great white, but which is the 1975 film that Steven Spielberg? You got the answer? Send the answer to the email addresses on the screen now.
Send it in.
We'll send it in. So send the answer. Top Joe's giving you the answers. Perfect.
Yeah, I've won.
Brilliant.
Guys,
Joe, you were going to
Where's the
cinema with
tickets?
Joe. That's fantastic. That is awesome.
Where's the tickets?
They're here, Joe.
Cheers.
You enjoy yourself, mate.
All right, cheers.
All right. Join us on next week's show. We're Shaun's
Sorry?
people. See you next week.
See you guys.
See you later, Joe. Bye-bye. See you later.
Yes.
I told you.
You did.
Cheers,
bring it
Gav.
I know.
See you
There's no
next
need
time.
for it. Why didn't you? I could have done that show.
And I've lost my way. I'm drifting out to sea, and I'm drowning in an ocean of